It's 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for this midweek. It's Wednesday. It's the 3rd day of June, 2026. Hey folks, we're into the hurricane season, so I hope you have prepared yourself, alright? Don't beat me up for the word, it's just Blossom's word, and I think we should get it lined up into the Oxford Dictionary, because it sounds right, preparate. Good morning, good morning, good morning, it's Wednesday. Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up with strength, mercy, and purpose today. Lord, touch every person reading this prayer and hearing it early this morning. Let your presence move through their homes, their bodies, and their thoughts. Let this morning bring new strength, new hope, and new direction. Cover our families. Place your hand over every doorway. Let your favor walk ahead of us. Let your protection surround everything connected to us. Father, guide our steps today. Give us wisdom for every decision and grace for every assignment. Let this day carry your peace, your power, and your blessing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. And can I get another amen here? All right, so let's look at the fruit of the Spirit. Love. Walk in Christ-like love. Peace, rest in God's promises. Kindness, reflect the kindness of Christ. Faithfulness, stand firm in God's truth. Self-control, be Spirit-led in every choice. Joy, let your joy overflow. Patience, be slow to anger. Goodness, live honorably. And gentleness, correct with humility. The fruits of the Spirit. Yeah. How are you doing this morning, Grenada? How is everybody doing this morning? I do hope that everybody is fine. Yeah. There's a song. I haven't seen this song for a long time. Fugitive from God. Tanti Marcy, Keisha Khalid, good morning. The folks at Care Bears German, good morning to you. Eulin Alexander, Jillian McIntyre, Mildred Smith, Catherine Phillip, Michelle Bernard, Jillian McIntyre, Rita Williams, who else is here? Monica Miros Williams, Mary E. Banks, who else? Joanne Brathwaite Batson, Sylvina Charles, good morning. Petlin, good morning, good morning. Jennifer Colimo, good morning. Debbie and the family out there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The folks inside of Manjaloo. How are you doing this morning? It is indeed a good day to have a good day as we head into the word of the day. And that word today is accurate. Accurate. A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Accurate. And it means correct and precise. Correct and precise. The report is accurate. That's how we use that word in a sentence. Mr. Crawford in Bimsha, Barbados, good morning. Barbados or Barbados? I heard a guy in the newscast yesterday, or day before, said Barbados. Barbados, yeah, sounds good. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. The folks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Belize, good morning. How are you doing? Lauren Salim, good morning, dearie. Hope all is well with you. Yolanda Swan, good morning. Happy birthday going out to Daddy Godwin Collier out there in Sunshine State, Florida. It's your birthday today, Daddy. That's how I called him as a little baby, Daddy Godwin. Yeah, he was me and Michelle's father, you know. Yeah. I know that you are going to have a good day today because Monica and Mommy Joan and the entire family, Michelle, Joanne, Trevor, everybody, they are going to come forward and make sure that you enjoy the day to the fullest, okay? Happy, happy, happy birthday. So good that God has been good and kept you around for this time. Yeah, happy birthday, bro. You should come Grenada for your birthday, man. Let's cook an oil down and, have some things. Destined to win, overcomer. Good morning, Kathy and Kenneth, Solange, and Zuri out there in the Sunshine State. Good morning to you. Sis, she usually calls me bro. I call her sis. Yeah, good morning. Solange is tall, boy. Althea Edwards, good morning. Early down there in the U.S., good morning to you. As we, with the motivational tip of the day. Joan, good morning. My most ardent fan, Lauren. Yeah, Lauren, we had to create a fan club and do something one of these days. Joylyn Barry says, hi everyone, blessings. Good morning. And dear Innocent, a blessed good morning to you. Thank you, dearie. Thank you. Yeah, we need to, create a fan club, and one of these days, just do something, do something. Until we do that, I won't be able to sit down, you know what I'm saying? The election is around the corner. I'm certain we're going to start to hear this song a lot. I love the campaigning season, man. Nonetheless, the motivational tip of the day: strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Yeah. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Yeah, because you see, sometimes we interpret value wrong, we think that we interpret success wrong. We look at the man with the big house and the number of vehicles, and that he has some cash in his pocket and in his account, so you think that he's a success, but that's not necessarily the case. All right, he might be successful in the things that he does, but how valuable is he? How much has he impacted the life of others? How much has he impacted the community in which he was born and grew up and live? You understand what I'm saying? So strive to be a person of value rather than just a success. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might not be successful, but I endeavor to be valuable in the small ways that I can. Yeah, understand what I'm saying? A helping hand here and there. Yeah, that's value, you know what I'm saying? Touching others' lives, touching the community, and inadvertently building this little rock. To the politicians, good morning. The leaders of the political parties, good morning. The Honorable Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, the leader of His Majesty's Opposition, Honorable Emlyn Pierre, and the leader of the Democratic People's Movement, the Honorable Peter David, and all the supporting politicians. Hey, I urge you, I implore you that with the election cycle coming up, please, let us deal with issues, all right? Let us deal with the issues. Come to the populace with your plans and intentions and your strategies on how we can take Grenada forward. And stop telling me who the Tifa Kesa Saltfish and who did this and who. These things are not important. No. As it relates to nation building. No. Bring forth your issues, yeah? Bring forth your issues. Show us how you can deal with things and how you can make this place better than it is at the moment. I don't want to know the politicians' personal and private life and so forth. Who they sleep with and who they walk with and who they dance with. These things are irrelevant as it relates to nation building. Yeah, of course, a good reputation is good, but the plans to take Grenada forward is so much more important. So don't come on the campaign trail and sling your mud and, you understand, trying to make everybody look bad, the other person look bad. And if everybody does that, then, hey, he who's without sin cast the first stone. You understand what I'm saying? So let this election cycle, this campaign cycle, be one of a difference, one with a difference, where the politicians, especially the leaders, employ your members of your team. Hey, we're going and we're campaigning on the issues. You're the party currently in office. Present the things that you've done, compare it with that of your manifesto that you said you were going to do, and tick up the boxes. Okay, we said we were going to do this. We got this done. We got this done. We got this started. It's incomplete, but we've started it, and so forth. And therefore, I think you should give us another chance, and let the people decide. Don't tell me about who lie down in drain with gun and all this mawet. I don't want to hear that. And then bring the issues and let us make the decision. You understand what I'm saying? So politicians, I challenge you to have a clean campaign. Of course, there is what we call political rhetoric, you know. Yeah, the little humor in and between and so forth. But the deep mudslinging, getting so deep and personal, please, I beg you, let's leave that out this time. Hillary and Dudu Gunpot, good morning. Yeah.
Sit down. You can't sit down.
After that, we go sit down nice. Yeah, I know what a day it would be when after election and who wins, who loses, and so forth, we can have a national day. You know, a national day where everybody, because I keep saying it over and over again. The election is just a season like Easter, Christmas, and those things. And after that, it's all same thing, same price. Buzzing this morning, well, Citizens Climate Adaptation Guide moves closer to completion, and 3 more families receive rebuilt homes in Carriacou. All right. In the region, bodies of drowned couple recovered in Guyana. International, Syria reaps a windfall from Iran conflict airspace rerouting. And in sports, Western starts their home campaign this season today, okay? And we'll be carrying it live here on GBN, so we look forward to that. Stick and stay with us, folks. The AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather is right ahead.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary community projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
It's Wednesday, and here's the morning edition of news for today, the 3rd of June 2026. In the headlines, Citizens Climate Adaptation Guide moves closer to completion. And 3 more families receive rebuilt homes in Carriacou. That's on the local scene. Regionally, bodies of drowned couple recovered in Guyana. Internationally, Syria reaps windfall from Iran conflict airspace rerouting. And in sports, West Indies 2026 home series bowls off today. The details to these and more after these messages.
You've arrived in paradise. You felt the rhythm. Now let's make sure you say it right.
Hey, my name is Florian. I'm from the beautiful Aida Perla cruise ship. So today, like we Germans say, we are in Grenada. But I heard in English it's called Grenada.
Say it right. Grenada.
Say it right.
Grenada.
That's right. Grenada. There we go. Say it right. It's Grenada. It's not Grenada. It's Grenada. Say it right.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
Good morning, everyone. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph as we welcome Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy says it is one step closer to launching Grenada's Citizens Guide to Climate Change Adaptation. The ministry successfully hosted a validation workshop bringing together government agencies, civil society groups, youth representatives, and development partners to review the revised draft guide before its final publication. Permanent Secretary Perrin Johnson said the guide is intended to help households, communities, schools, and businesses better understand climate risks and adaptation measures. Following final revisions, the document will be published and distributed nationwide to support climate awareness and resilience efforts across Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. 3 families in Carriacou have received the keys to newly built homes under the government's Build Back Better housing initiative. Minister for Carriacou and PD Martinique Affairs, Tevin Andrews, recently handed over the homes to Victoria Samuel of Grand Bay, Rashinda and Michael Sylvester of Dover, and Roseanne McFarlane of Windward. The project forms part of ongoing post-hurricane burial recovery efforts. Recipient Michael Sylvester expressed gratitude for the assistance, saying the new home restores his family's independence after months of displacement. And finally, today, the Child Protection Authority, the CPA, will make its way around the island as part of its Know Your Rights motorcade. The motorcade starts in Montrouge at 9 a.m. before heading toward the Western Corridor via Lothers Lane and River Road. Communication Officer at the CPA, Donella Hostin, says staff members from the CPA and partners such as the Royal Grenada Police Force, the Ministry of Social and Community Development, and the Coalition on the Rights of the Child will be on the journey to connect with the public. The event culminates at the authority's 15th anniversary celebrations. And that brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, we head to Guyana, where the bodies of a drowned couple were found and recovered in Guyana. We've got more in this OCM report. Stay with us.
In Guyana, the bodies of the pregnant woman and her fiancé who drowned at Unity Beach have been recovered at sea. The couple was swept away by strong waves while swimming on Sunday. According to a report by news source Guyana, the recovery was made this morning by members of a search party. Reports say 21-year-old Lyodisa Waldron and her fiancé, 29-year-old Andrew Francis, were swimming when Ms. Waldron reportedly began drifting out to sea. She reportedly called out to the fiancé and he rushed to her assistance. However, he never made it. They both vanished under the water as the waves became rough. Family members who were also at the beach were left helpless as they could offer no assistance other than to seek the help of the police. The young couple was expecting their first child together in August. Family members have been plunged into mourning and are now said to be planning last rites for the couple. The dead man's mother told reporters that she had repeatedly warned her son against swimming at the Unity Beach.
A very sad story indeed. I do hope that the family finds comfort. Now, looking further afield, with regional airlines rerouting around airspace disrupted by the Iran war, Syria recorded nearly 12,000 aircraft transits in May. The turnaround is potentially lucrative for Syria, whose skies most carriers had avoided for over a decade. We have more in this Reuters report.
Overflights in May were about 375% higher than in the same month last year. Syria's airspace was a no-go zone throughout the 14-year civil war that ended with the ousting of President Bashar al-Assad in 2024. The turnaround is potentially lucrative for Syria. It increased the fees it charges airlines earlier this year. Based on a flat fee of $499 per flight introduced by Syria's new government, last month's traffic could have generated as much as $5.9 billion in overflight revenue. The General Authority for Civil Aviation declined to comment on revenue potential and the new fees. Airlines were forced to reassess Syria after US and Israeli airstrikes began the Iran war in February, and the airspace over Iraq and the Gulf that airlines previously relied upon was shut during March. A ceasefire led to the reopening of airspace in April, but according to flight tracking services, the majority of flights to Europe from Dubai and Doha have since crossed central Syria rather than Iraq. Flying over Syria cuts journey times and fuel costs as airlines try to lessen the impact of the surge in international oil prices.
And that concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sports is up next. In our lone sporting item at this newscast, we hear that cricket fans across the Caribbean can look forward to an exciting home season as the West Indies prepares to host Sri Lanka, New Zealand, and Pakistan over the next 2 months. The schedule begins today, June 3rd, in Jamaica, with white ball matches against Sri Lanka national cricket team before moving to Antigua for a 2-test series. Cricket West Indies will also roll out its We Outside fan engagement campaign throughout the season, featuring community activities and match day entertainment across the region. Fans can now follow all the action live from 10:30 a.m. today on GBN's Classic 105.5 FM. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon and primetime newscasts. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint, it's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, I'm happy to join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to you listeners of GBN. It's a most fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the southeast at 12 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 15.6 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 76%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.2 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27.1 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA over the past 24 hours, and no rainfall was recorded for the month so far. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and slightly hazy with a few light showers tonight. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. Tides will be low around midday and high about 7 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:29. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:41. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be generally fair and windy, little hazy as well, with a few light showers tonight. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Have yourself a wonderful day now. Folks, a reminder that the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Have you been thinking of purchasing a water tank? Now is the time. Our tanks are built tough, UV resistant, food grade safe, and is designed with thick, durable walls to prevent leaks and cracks. So whether it's for your home, your farm, or business, we've got the perfect size. We've made owning your tanks easy and affordable through our partnership with Ariza Credit Union. Visit On The Spot Hardware, choose your high quality water storage tanks, and contact Ariza Credit Union.
It's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. In the local news, a Citizens Climate Adaptation Guide moves closer to completion. And 3 more families receive rebuilt houses in Carriacou. In the region, bodies of drowned couple recovered in Guyana. Internationally, Syria reaps a windfall from Iran conflict airspace rerouting. And in sports, West Indies 2026 home series bowls off today. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. On behalf of the entire news department and all those who made this newscast possible, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a good morning, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Have a great morning, everybody.
To own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a lots loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Lots. Land ownership. Tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply. At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Mammy Sylvie, a woman with a secret too heavy to keep but too painful to reveal.
I'm asking for forgiveness for not telling you the truth.
Pa John, the war veteran.
Sometimes I sit here feeling so helpless, so crushed.
Hyacinth, always ready to do mischief.
You don't see the woman Uncle Norris married? She face ugly enough to turn milk.
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, but Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at the Luke Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. All shows 7 p.m. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? At MyFi, we say let's go. MyFi provides micro and small loans tailored for entrepreneurs just like you. Whether you need new equipment or extra stock, our terms are fast, easy, and built for your success. As a responsible lender, we will ensure that our services are affordable and at the same time promote growth and sustainability. Visit us at the corner of Halifax and Cross Streets or call 435-1122 or 435-1123 or 24. MyFi, empowering your business, enhancing your freedom.
Welcome to the island's boldest ATV experience. The only tour daring enough to bring you this level of excitement, freedom, and adrenaline. Feel the power. Conquer rugged trails. Experience breathtaking views. Ride beyond the ordinary. Feel the power. This is not just a tour. This is the power of Ride ATV. Get ready for fun. Get ready for excitement. Get ready to ride. Book now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Ride ATV. Adventure starts here.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sergeant Paul.
A pleasant morning to you and also to our listeners. It is that time where we let persons know what is happening in the trial and state as it relates to all things traffic. And this morning is no exception, as we let persons know that most of the areas within the trial and state of Grenada, especially our towns and all its adjoining roads, that we do have a light to moderate flow of traffic in most of the areas. As we normally see and what we're reporting this morning, as we experience that most of the areas, such as we have the Calavini Public Road. We do have a moderate flow of traffic as we come down to the south of the island. As we focus on the south of the St. George's, this parish, we're seeing here that most of the areas there, moderate flow, as I said, coming on from Calavini, headed down to the Grenada side. We do have a moderate flow as well. So most of the areas within the Grenada area, Sugar Mill, Water Street areas, is traffic moderately flowing. Both are coming out from the south of the island and even heading towards the town of St. George. We do have a moderate flow of traffic. As we get closer to the town from Springs, we do have a light flowing traffic in that area, so all the Gulf Coast and these areas light for traffic. Their amount and these areas light as well as we go to the town. We do have a light to moderate flow of traffic in that area. So these areas we do not have any unnecessary obstruction as from Calvini right down to the town. So as we take another look out from the St. Paul's direction and we come right down to the town again, St. Paul's do have a moderate flow of traffic. Is already flowing all the way just past after the Barn House area. But as I stated, it is moderate flowing with the potential to increase any minutes from now. But as we still monitoring that area as we get closer to 8 o'clock hour. So most of the other areas, so Lucas Street, light to moderate flowing traffic, Marfield, light to moderate flow as well. Also the lane as we head on right to the town. And remember the town, we have moderate, light to moderate flow traffic in that area. From the Cherry Hill traffic coming from the Cherry Hill direction, we do have a similar light to moderate flow of traffic coming out from that direction, and also the Randetang direction. That is traffic coming out from the Bolio Lamo direction, light to moderate. So most of the area at that time, at this particular time of the day, we do have a light to moderate flow of traffic, with the exception of Central, that is where we do have a moderate flowing traffic as we see. But we see that traffic starts increasing in that area. So potentially we do would definitely see a heavier flow in that area pretty soon. So most of the areas reported, as we know, is light to moderate and moderate of some of the traffic at this particular hour. But we know that it will definitely increase as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. But we just take a closer look as we at the accident state for the past 24 hours. And we do have a total of 7 minor incidents reported in the tri-land state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Fiji Martinique. And there as follows: traffic headquarters, we had a total of 3 minor accidents reported. South had 1, St. David's 2, St. Grenville Police Station, that's St. Andrew, where we do have 1 minor as well, giving us that total of 7 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours. So we saw similar. Well, yesterday we had also 7 reported, so definitely not any increase, not decrease, but we saw another 7 reported accidents. And it is your responsibility, as we normally tell drivers, that they are responsible for how the road is and what happens on the nation's road. As I was telling some school children the other day, that we started doing some of our road safety initiatives in the schools, and it is part of our community police initiative, and those messages are gladly received by students, but more so we want the teachers as well to partake and to be aware of the road safety initiative, especially for pedestrians. They contribute significantly as it relates to pedestrian movement, especially our children and teachers. So we're starting there with them, and also the drivers do have the obligation as well to make sure that road safety is paramount and that we do what we have to do to have that decrease and to have the sensitization awareness through pedestrian movement. And that we definitely will move into different communities, such as the bus operators, the truck operators, so that we could get those road safety messages out in the various communities so that they can be aware of the challenges and some of the things that we see observing along our nation's roads as it relates to the truck drivers, the steerage and so on, the bus operators. We do have persons operating without stickers and so on, and there's some of the reckless we see along our roads, and the bikers community, etc.
Okay.
So these are targeted things, but mostly we want road safety to be across the board for every person using the road. So we know as we get closer to 8 o'clock hour, the traffic will definitely increase, and persons know what to expect around that time. As we try to wrap things up this morning, anything from you?
Not necessarily, just want, road users to be courteous at all times and just be safe. Do what you got to do and get off the road.
Absolutely. And we do have one funeral taking place today. Well, two, one in Happy Hill, and we do have one in the town of St. George, where the Anglican Church, they have a funeral there from 12:30, and one we do have in the Happy Hill, one of the churches in Happy Hill this morning. The persons traversing in that area to be mindful that you may experience slight delays in the traffic as about 12:31 around they going up until about 3.
Okay.
So we try to get persons to be sensitized. We do want persons to be aware of what is happening. So again, we wrap things up and we ask the question that we normally ask every morning.
If you're texting or doing anything else while you should be maneuvering that vehicle, then
who is driving?
Who is driving? Good morning, Mr. Richard Strawn and the folks from Netherlands Insurance. Good morning. Have a great day, Sarge.
Have a great day to you as well as the entire team at the GBN.
Thank you.
And it's Queen Netherlands as well.
Thank you. Folks, that has been the traffic report, and we take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got Ms. Jade Henry, head of securities, the supervisor at the securities department at Arise Credit Union for this morning's MoneyWise program. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Grenadians at home and abroad, the National Democratic Congress proudly invites you to the mega rally on Sunday, 21st of June, under the theme 4 Years Stronger, You, Me, Us. You, because we care. Me, because I have a responsibility. And us, because we all have a part to play in building Grenada. Bring your flags, bring your family, bring your yellow, and be a part of the 4-year celebration, transforming Grenada's future. Sunday, 21st of June, at 5 p.m., Monrouge Plain Field comes alive. NDC Mega Rally. You, me, us.
When the man say that he blacking out, what you think it is catch? Yellow fever. Yellow fever.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game. They're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride me, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride me, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. and my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's 24 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock hour. And as I hinted to you earlier, I've got with me in the studio representing Ariza this morning, my dear friend. She's not singing like her brother this morning. Supervisor of the Securities Department at Ariza, Ms. Jade Henry. Good morning.
Good morning, and wonderful to be here with you again.
It's always a pleasure to have you. It's always that smile, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's contagious. I catch it every time you come. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so this morning, we're well into the hurricane season. We're in the 3rd of June, although forecasters predict a lower than average season, but with the effect of El Nino, we'd still have some problems. So we have to be prepared, and financial preparation is also very important, because if you're not prepared financially and totally secured, your mind won't be at ease.
Yes.
So we're getting into that's your 40.
Yes.
Yeah, securing your finances and securing. Yeah. Now, one of the first things we want to look at is insurance. Why should insurance be your first line of protection?
All right. Insurance is it's a coverage tool, or it's a financial tool that assists in the recovery of your assets when an event occurs that causes damage to your assets. So having insurance is one of your first and most important things that you can have to protect against anything that may occur, and will give you some security for your future.
Right. Yeah. So you insure your property, your
vehicles, your contents of your home, because those things are optional and you need to know or discuss with your agent or your insurer so that they are aware and you're aware that you're insuring those things as well. That could be things like your furniture, your electronics and so on, in your appliances in your property, and including things around your property. So you can insure, let's say, your solar panels if you have that. You can insure retaining walls. So you may have add-ons to your properties and you can insure them. It's optional, but it's always favored to do it because you never know when something may occur that can actually cause damage to it.
Let me ask you this. As the hurricane season approaches, does Ariza go into kick into a ready mode, notifying all the members, hey, check your insurance, make sure your insurance coverage is up to scratch, make sure all your assets, all your properties and so forth are, do you do that?
Right. So one of our major ways of doing it is actually these programs with you here. So we always use our media presence to try and encourage our members to beef up on their insurances, ensure that they have it active and so on, and check on those policies. So we use our social media platforms as well to remind our members of that. So you will see messages from time to time on our Facebook page, on our Instagram pages and so on, just showing you and reminding our members and even non-members of what they need to do, even persons who don't have loans with us, because the fact is a hurricane or any event can cause damage to all of us, and it affects the entire island.
You're being a good corporate citizen there.
Yes.
Right. Now that our assets and everything are secured, insured, and everything like that, that's after. All right. So a hurricane passes and you get damage. Your mind at ease because you have your
coverage.
Covered.
Yes.
Now, during that hurricane, the immediate aftermath of that hurricane, how important is it to have an emergency cash stock?
That's one of the major things that we sometimes underestimate the value of. We beef up on supplies of food and
a lot of corned beef and crisps.
Exactly. Make sure we may be able to survive, with a little food for another week or so after. But when something occurs, we have expenses that we really did not foresee. So apart from just needing food for another month or 2 months, we're looking at something like we may need a generator urgently. There may be urgent medical care that might be needed and we have to pay for all those things. So having an emergency fund, which can usually equate to 3 to 6 months of living expenses, can put us at ease knowing that we have physical cash flow, whether we have to withdraw it from a teller, withdraw it from the bank, or we have it at home with us. But physical cash in hand really does put you at ease because it allows you to actually take care of the things that arise as they do in the passage of any event. So not only hurricanes, we're looking at even things like fires and so on. You're looking at that you may have to replace certain items that while your insurance, yes, may cover for most of it, the process of claim takes a while. So you may want to start the process so you can be comfortable, or not only comfortable, you may need.
Because
and
life is life.
Cash. And cash is the only secure way, it's the only liquid way to protect yourself. So having some cash in hand, ensuring that you plan for it, you plan for certain events that you can foresee if you can. If not, you put something away to ensure that when that time comes, you are able to recover or hold off a little bit until that insurance pays.
All right. Now, how important is it prior to a disaster or some sort of thing that is not normal, how important is it to fully understand your insurance coverage?
That part of it is something that's overlooked by a lot of our insured persons. Understanding the terms and conditions as well as the dates, renewal dates and so on of your policies make the whole difference in how your claiming process would be, because you would know what to expect and you may be able to adjust your policy to suit your actual needs. Right? There are exclusions on the policy, so you can buy a policy that actually does not cover for hurricane. you can buy a fire policy, and it covers for in the event that your property is damaged only by fire. So it's very important to know the terms and conditions. You ask questions to your insurer, to your agent also, so that you do have the right coverage that suits your lifestyle, the part of the Caribbean. Well, we're in the Caribbean, so it makes sure that it does cover for hurricanes and so on. And you know your deductibles as well. That's the portion that you have to pay out of pocket or you cover. So your insurance will cover like the 98%, 95%. You know what your deductible is in advance of an event happening and the claim. So you're not surprised when they tell you you're only going to get 98% of the repairs done through the insurance coverage.
So if you insure for $100, you get $98.
Yes.
So you have to figure out how you get the $2.
Exactly. So you really want to know that. You want to know your renewal dates so that when the policy becomes due, you are able to make that payment in advance of the date becoming due. You don't want any lapses and so on. But really and truly, it's the exclusions, it's the deductibles, just knowing the terms and conditions of your policy, know what you're covered for. And this goes for motor vehicles as well. A lot of times, some of them don't cover for all of the events that can happen. So you're looking at hurricane coverage. Sometimes they're not included under your policy. Windscreen coverage, it may not be included under your policy. So ask questions, read your policy itself.
That's a very important statement because we as a people, we don't read, right? Not just in insurance. Not just in insurance. You're going to do some sort of business that involves documents, and you're so anxious and busy with life to get it. Okay, I'm just show me where to sign.
Yes.
And then something happens, and then you realize these things are popping up.
Yes.
And the question is asked, didn't you read the fine prints? And well, we didn't read that.
Yes, it's important. And a lot of times, even if you feel like you're short of time, most times you're looking to sign something, you can leave with the documents most of the time. You go home and you actually read it to make sure you understand what you're signing to. You're signing and agreeing to a contract. You have your terms that you have to meet in it. Let's say in the terms of a loan coverage, while you're using the funds of the credit union being financed to purchase the asset, it's now your responsibility to ensure that the asset is insured. It protects both the borrower and the lender from any damages that may occur.
Okay, so you're insured. A disaster comes, your mind at ease because you're properly insured. Now, how seamless? What can we do to make the claim process as seamless as possible?
All right. This area is usually, that's where I guess ambiguity comes in, because we're looking at persons not knowing the timeline for submitting claims and so on. Now, if you read your reading the policy does matter. There is a timeline that you're supposed to inform the insurance company of something happening, an event occurring to your property, whether or not you have the actual figures as yet. You inform them as soon as possible. So if it's the very next day that you reach them, you reach out immediately after an event occurs. It can be something simple as a little leak in your pipes that may affect your property. You reach out to your insurance company the very next day, because there is a timeline for reporting a claim versus submitting the claim documents and so
all
on.
That would be embedded in the
policy, of course. So you need to read it. But once you make that initial report, the insurance, usually we reach out to you, continue the process and so on with you. You will in the event of a claim, most persons will need a valuation or something to determine the actual loss that occurred, the value of the loss that occurred, and upon that the insurance will do their comparison and so on. It takes a little while, but the major thing is you want to take pictures of the damage as soon as possible, and you report it to the insurance company as soon as it is possible for the property owner.
Wow. Yeah, it's we cannot overemphasize the importance of reading the fine prints, because all these things that you've said there would be in the fine prints.
Yes, and it's questioned after the fact rather than having the knowledge of what's happening prior to an event.
Because you're reading it and you'd see something that maybe it's not in line with what you want or how you want it, and you can make that, you can ask for that adjustment.
Right. You can make certain adjustments to your policies. You can make additions to your policies and so on. Yes, it may be a couple dollars more on your premium, but it may suit what you need much more than just having a bare minimum coverage or not asking questions at all to ensure that you're covered. So in the event of some kind of, let's say a hurricane, and you buy a fire policy, somebody might just say you should get insurance.
Yeah.
You go, okay, let me go just get a policy. You buy a policy, go and see it's a fire policy or something.
Because somebody in the neighborhood house burnt earlier and they realized they were left in the rain. So you see, Papa, let me take
get
a fire policy.
But it doesn't protect you against all of the actual things that can occur and affect your property. So you really do want to know what you're covered for, what the exclusions are, because there are always exclusions on policies, and those exclusions can be things like harm being done to your property intentionally by yourself, by family members, and so on. Insurance doesn't generally cover for those things, so you know what your exclusions are, what you're not covered for. So you know in the event of those types of damages, you know immediately this is not going to be covered by my insurance. Maybe I should pursue that person legally. Let me figure out what the next step is, and then you can make proper financial plans now based on what you're covered for, what's not covered, and so on.
Okay. Now, most insurance companies, their premiums are paid annually, except maybe life insurance that is a monthly something. Most premiums are paid annually. Now, from a riser's perspective, knowing that the insurance is paramount, do you assist your membership in preparing budgeting for that premium payment?
Of course we do. So we have a special account that can be used to save. So we have monthly or fortnightly savings put away so that when the annual premium becomes due, when your renewal becomes due, we have that funds just ready to make that payment to the insurance company.
So your hair won't get white.
No.
Now that lot of musty insurance
It's
policy.
just one thing I would like to say is just it's very important that you do get your renewal notice from the company itself, because that will determine if there's any changes in the insurance rates, if your insurance premium, because it can change, it can reduce, it can increase as things go through the market. So sometimes you may save $2,000, but your premium becomes $2,500. So now we know we have that $2,000. You can come in and speak to us, and we can see what we can, organize and facilitate how we can do that. But it's important that the property owner, the insured person, does in fact get the renewal notice from the insurance company. They can see as well any changes on it, because the renewal notice does kind of list out certain things, as well as the renewal schedule. It will list out kind of a summary of what you're covered for and so on. So it's important to get those information directly from your insurer, be in contact with them at least on that annual basis.
Okay. Very important. Very important. Now, something goes wrong, fire, earthquake, and that's something that people overlook nowadays. I do hope that insurance companies are pushing that message. We are getting earthquakes much more frequent. Cover.
Yes.
Cover.
Yeah.
Get covered for earthquakes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's an unknown event, so you want to have the coverage as wide as possible, covering as much perils and as much risks as possible, so that however it hits, we don't know what will hit, but you want, because an earthquake can cause something small as just leaks in your property because a crack in your pipeline.
Structural.
It can cause just one pillar to be damaged. It doesn't have to be an entire thing, but you don't even realize that, hey, this thing caused something here, which can in a couple of years expand to a huge problem. So the insurance coverage will help you to repair that before it becomes a problem, if you have that coverage. So having earthquake coverage, we don't see volcanoes much, here, but we looked at St. Vincent just a couple of years ago. You still want to make sure that you're covered for all these things, because you just never know.
These are the times when all these things will pop up, right? It's written that these things, perilous times shall come. So
flooding, you just don't know. So we want to be covered for as much things as possible.
Now, as we wrap, right? Communicating with your financial institution who you may have a mortgage or some loan facility with, and your insurance company. How important it is to communicate with them ASAP.
Right. Those are two things that we sometimes don't realize are linked. So someone may make a claim to their insurance company and the financier may not be aware of such, right? You're looking at a situation where the insurance will now have to reach out to the financier to get additional information of if it were the assignee and so on. You're also looking at a lack of information because sometimes there's a portion, again, the deductible, that you have to meet out of pocket. If it's a little bit hard, you may have to try and see what can be done with the financier to meet the out of pocket amount, the deductibles and so on, including as the assignee, funds are usually sent directly to the bank,
right,
to the credit union, to the financier. So whereas you don't have a mortgage over your property, you'll receive your check in hand. The other way it works when you have a property, when you have a mortgage,
yeah,
it will come directly to the mortgage holder. And the funds, no, there are some differences that has to be discussed because insurances can be used to either pay off debt. The proceeds from a claim can be used to pay off debt, or it can be used to repair, but it's based on a discussion with the financier. And a lot of times you want to have that discussion prior to getting the actual settlement. So when the check comes in, you know exactly what is expected.
No
exactly.
No
you have that. So it's important to report both, so that you have the discussion and you have the timelines fitting in with each other. Because if it reaches to the information reaches to the financier late, then you have now a stretch of your timeline, because we need to find out more things. Your time
come and do
stretches.
Assessment, go back and hence the reason why throughout the financial literacy campaign that Arise has been pushing, both Miss George and Miss Lazarus, they always emphasize the importance of having a good rapport with your financial institution.
Yes.
Every now and then, it's not a nuisance. It's not being a nuisance. You touch base, something is popping. How is that? How is that savings going for my premium? How this sort of thing? Keep in touch, so nothing is a surprise.
It should not surprise you when something comes up. It should not. And I just want to use this opportunity to also remind all our members and the wider population that it's important to always update your insurance policies. This, in the terms of property insurances, you want to ensure that any additions you make to the property, any changes you make to that property is reported to the insurer. Just in case the value of your property increases, you want to make sure that you're properly insured, not underinsured. And you also make changes to your life insurance policies. Your life insurance needs may change as your life changes. If you have kids and so on, you may want to change your beneficiaries. You may want to change your the amount of coverage you have, because you have more people to secure and so on. So it's important to know the terms and conditions of your policies, know the deductibles and so on, and to also update your insurance company of any changes made, whether it's to your life insurance or property, even vehicle insurances.
Have you ever thought about it? Just a little humor. The bigger your life insurance policy, the longer you live. That would be nice.
Oh, it would be better.
Yeah, I'd take $100 million insurance.
Oh, well, that's the next thing. It's not for you, huh?
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, there are some policies that work for you a little bit during your lifetime. They have cash.
Surrender value.
Right.
Yeah.
They have little benefits and perks and so on, but really and truly it's there for peace of mind, for securing your future and securing your family's future.
Yeah. Miss Henry, it's always a pleasure talking with you. You've got the information right here, as always.
You.
So easy to talk with. And folks, that's it for Arise's Money Wise program this morning. Are you going to come back next week to continue?
I don't believe next week, but I should be here in a couple of weeks again.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with us.
Of course, it's my pleasure. Happy to be with everyone.
Bring back the love to Arise as always.
Will do.
Folks, that has been Arise's Money Wise program for this morning. I've been speaking with Miss Jade Henry, the supervisor at the Securities Department of the Credit Union. We take a commercial break. When we come back, the conversation continues.
Today's edition of MoneyWise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Have you been thinking of purchasing a water tank? Now is the time. Our tanks are built tough, UV resistant, food grade safe, and is designed with thick, durable walls to prevent leaks and cracks. So whether it's for your home, your farm, or business, we've got the perfect size. We've made owning your tanks easy and affordable through our partnership with Ariza Credit Union. Visit On The Spot Hardware, choose your high-quality water storage tanks, and contact Ariza Credit Union.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Country Cold, premier sponsor in collaboration with Power of Worship Radio 92.5 FM, present A Night of Worship. A Night of Worship with 7-time Grammy Award-winning Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Friday, June 12th at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Gates open at 5 p.m. Worship starts at 6. Free admission. Experience powerful songs like Fill My Cup. Spirits fall down. And you keep on blessing me. family. This is more than a concert. It's an encounter with God. Special thanks to our generous sponsors, Modern Photo Studio, Terry's Yacht Services, and Sammy's Ready Mix. A night of worship with Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Friday, June 12th. This event hosted by the Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock. The conversation continues. I just want to say a very special good morning to Ali and the team there at Grenada Enterprises. So glad to know that you're always locked on. You know, folks, you should visit them, you know. Yeah, take a look and you might just be pleasantly surprised. So good morning to the team at Grenada Enterprises. Folks, I started a brief conversation earlier this morning, and I've been getting some responses thus far as it relates to politicians' conduct and their surrogates, the conduct that they display during election campaigns. Do you think, and we just have a few minutes, so it's just a brief, you know, touching of it. Do you think, how should I coin this? Don't you think it would be best that during this election campaign that's upcoming, well, it's already started, that politicians deal strictly with issues and not personalities? You understand? How nice would that be? What are your thoughts on that? Won't you like to see that the politicians deal with the issues and stay away from the mudslinging and character assassination and so forth? Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Alive and so thankful. How about you?
Same thing. Praise God for that. Yes, it's interesting, and I do believe the issues should be dealt with, but we are so divided, right, that we ignore the realities and the issues, and we give our party the support, whether or not our party is wrong, instead of dealing with issues. At the end of the day, we all have to live here in Grenada. And if the issues are addressed and dealt with, I do believe our nation can move. Somebody else wants to call, so I'll stop here for now.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Great words of wisdom there. Yeah, I think it should start from the head. Leaders of the varying political parties, please let your supporters, understand that, hey, we're dealing with issues. Okay, good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
How you do?
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, talk to us.
I want to strongly disagree with you.
Okay.
In the statement that you made earlier on.
Which one?
I believe persons who offer themselves as candidates to be representatives of the people, their character is very important. Yes?
Okay.
Character-wise, that is very important. For me, making a decision whether I make that man be part of a decision and make that man my representative or that woman. So your character is important.
What is your definition of character?
What is the meaning of mudslinging? My interpretation of that is that someone is going down and saying things that is not essential, things that are wrong, things that are untrue, things that have no basis. You look like a monkey. All kind of words that one of them accustomed to be using. That to me is mudslinging. But if someone is a thief, if someone is a fraudster, isn't that information relevant for the electorate who is going to appoint someone like that? So on that basis, I want to disagree with you.
Okay.
I totally agree, however, that the standard of the campaign should be lifted, and we should have persons who are trying to make themselves available, deal with the issues on how they will tackle the problems of our country going forward.
Nice.
I agree on that.
Okay.
But the person's character, who they are, is very important in I and others making a decision as to whether that person represents us or not. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Have a great morning as always. You know the number, 435-2041. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Greetings.
Powerful theme there, Mr. Joseph. Powerful theme, and so much to be said about it. But I'll tell you this, Mr. Joseph, and to the people listening, if they so desire to hear the Kriboja pray. That word politics has an origin, an etymology, where it came from the Greek word polis, P-O-L-I-S, meaning the business of the people, the business, the affairs of the activities of the population. And because of our poor understanding, because of the system that we belong to, that has been inculcating us from morning with absolutely no deviation, albeit we have quote unquote, acquired quote unquote independence, we interpret it the same way as the colonial masters have taught us. We do not know how to attend to our own business. So we elect, quote unquote, a representative, if we may go a little faster here, we elect a representative and we put everything over to them. We transfer our, quote unquote, power to them. Not understanding that in a democratic society, the sovereign and constituent power resides non-transferably in the people. We own this business, but we've made the mistake over the years because the white man will elect me or elect who I select, and that is it. Give us, and we will do it. The transformation of the country has to come about and can only come about with the involvement of the people. Long live the People's Revolution in their attempts. We know what caused it to fail, and we wish that it never comes back in that way again. But the people have. This is why I recommend and continue to recommend, Mr. Joseph, that we have to transform this country. And how we can do it is by reforming it. Reformation has to come before transformation. It has to be done collectively with the people, led by representatives, yes, but with the involvement and counseling of the people in the orientation of those who we choose to lead them. That's what true democracy, when the people have take and say in their own business. Until then, don't look for that. Much more to be said on the matter, but thanks for raising it. I wish you raise it again. Do have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a good day too, citizen. All right, 435-2041. Again, I'm saying happy birthday to you, Daddy Godwin, out there in Florida. I really, really wish I was able to celebrate with you in person today. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller there. 435-2041. That's the number. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you, sir?
I am alive and so thankful.
Some years ago, we had burial early June. But today, we have innocent.
Okay, coming like a hurricane.
You come like a hurricane.
Talk to
innocent.
Me. Yes.
Mr. Innocent. Grenada national dish is oil down.
Used to be.
Okay, well, okay.
The national dish with us line up on in front of building in tongue and bite now.
Right, I won't argue with you. But anyway, it's a mix-up. So we have a mix-up, and the mix-up is based on the democratic system we operate on. But hear me. Listen to me carefully. In the absence of light, there is darkness. In this democratic system, the power lies in the ordinary man on the ground who is qualified to be an electorate, who can vote.
Right.
The issue today is what is the consciousness of the awareness of the enlightenment of these individuals that has the power to make a decision that affects lives of the nation now and years to come.
Okay.
Hear me. When people say how you make your bed so you lie down, and I use the analogy with the light and darkness.
Right.
So if we need to go forward in our socio-economic development, sustainability, awareness, to shine as a light in the global market as a nation, as a people, we need to be enlightened. We need to be educated. We need to have a consciousness. We need to be aware. The Grenadian people is lacking that. But if you should reflect in the last 30 or 25, 30 years of the trend of politics in Grenada, which has a profound impact on the daily living of the Grenadian people and the relationship within international community, you would see that there was one thing in common: popularity.
Caller, we have to cut it short. It's 8 o'clock and we got to join the BBC, but we'll be having that conversation again. I'm sorry to interrupt you in their flow, but we've got to do what we've got to do, okay?
Thank you very much. Have a great one.
You too. Thank you oh so much. Folks, it's 8 o'clock, and thank you for being a part of the program this morning. We now join the British Broadcasting Corporation for that bulletin of news already in progress.